Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be diving deep into one of the most powerful and commonly used functions in Excel. That's the SUM function. Let's get started. So SUM function is used when you want to add numbers. You can do that manually, or you can just use an existing function that's there in Excel. So if you open your Excel sheet, for example, if you have data like this, I have products which are being sold and how much of it was sold in dollars. So say I want to add this entire column to find out the total number of sales. You go to your home, tab, you move to the end where it says AutoSum. All you have to do is to click AutoSum and it will insert the formula that you're looking for. It's adding all these, and all you have to do is to click enter on your keyboard and you have the total number of sales. So this is the way that you can use to AutoSum using the function that's built in within Excel. Say we want to make use of the formulas ourselves. The formula, first you need to put an equal sign, then you write SUM, you then need to put an opening bracket. First reference point is where the laptops are, or which were sold for 1,200, which is B2. We want to instruct this spreadsheet to add from B2 there to B5. And after we do that, we click enter. We get that total amount, and the formula is also shown here on the formula bar, sum B2 to B5, and you have a total there. Sometimes you might want to sum a range of values. We're going to look at a second example here on the other spreadsheet, which says sum range. You might want to say, I want to add all the numbers that I have on a page. For example, in this example, there's a company which has branch A, B, and C. It sells the same products that we saw in the last example. So we might want to add all of this information all together. So if we move from one column going to other columns, it now becomes a range. So these are multiple ranges. So how do we add everything to get a grand total? We make use of the same sum function. But we need to identify the ranges that we are dealing with. So in this example, we can say that we are adding from B4 to D7. So we put a full colon and D7. It automatically then selects the entire range, and you have a grand total of all of the information we are dealing with. You can also select the number of, or the columns that you want to add. For example, we only want the total of branch A and C. How can we do that? We use the same function to say sum, and then we choose to say from B4 to B7. Then we put a comma. Now we have selected the first branch. Now let's select the third branch, which is branch C. So we just say that's D4, and we're going to add to D7. Then we close that. It then gives us the total of branch A and branch C. So this is a flexible way in which you can use to actually get totals from different columns that you are working with. Now let's move on to the next type of sum that we can deal with. We're going to see what we call a SUMIF function. So the SUMIF function allows us to add things based on conditions. So we're going to use the next data that we have here. So for example, let's say we want to sum or to add all the cells that are above 500. How do we do that? So what we do is we write the SUMIF function, and then we open and say we want to add information, let's say just from branch A. So we say from B4 to B7, right? We put a comma. So after we put a comma, what we want to do is to put the condition. So we put opening quotation marks, and put, say, a greater sign. So we want something that is greater than 500. So the condition reads, in range B4 to B7, find the total cells that are above 500. Anything that is above 500, add it up. It's only going to add 800 and 1,200. That's why we get a total of 2,000. Remember, 500, we are looking for anything that is above 500, not equal to 500. So that's one way you can make use of it. You can also look at an example where you want to add information from a specific product. We're going to make use of another example to demonstrate that. So SUMIF of a specific item. In this case, we have laptops, phones, and tablets which are being sold. So we have information of a laptop that was sold for 1,000, another for 1,000, another for 2,000. So that totals 4,000. So if you have a huge list of items and you want to add the total sum of specific things, you can actually do that using the SUMIF for a specific item. So the function is written this way. The first thing you need to put is the range of the products. So you can say we are looking for laptop from A4 to A10. So what it's doing is searching the word laptop there. And then we put a comma. We put the condition. The condition is to write laptop. So you need to make sure that what we are searching for is exactly written laptop and nothing else. And then we put a comma. Which information are we adding? Now, after the condition, we are adding from B4. We're adding from B4 to B10. So once we do that, we get a total of 4,000. It only added the laptops that we have there. So that's how you sum information within a specific list, but picking out the items that you want. And that's it, guys. Now you know all the ways to use the sum function in Excel. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more Excel tips. And drop a comment below if you have any questions. See you in the next one.